chit chat. Nothing to chit chat without the chai. So if you need more chit chat, send us some chai.
Hi everyone, thank you for watching. Today I have
Cheers, chai.
Nisha with me on my channel, and we are having chai time chit
Chit
chat,
chat.
as she says that. And we were just talking, and so we thought of we'll make a video on
Our experiences,
on
because we are in a similar situation here right now in Korea, but our entire experience of coming up till here was
Is
very,
very
very different.
Yeah. Like the visa process and the marriage process, both of us, it's so different.
Even though we are from the same countries, we
Yeah.
are from different cities.
Hmm.
So the process has changed.
Yeah, it changed a lot. So we wanted to talk about that and we made something called poha vada. I don't know how it is.
Yes, it is really good. I have already tried it, and we have some
We
chai.
have also have chai
Yes.
with us.
So this is chai time chit chat.
Yeah. So let's start talking
Don't mind me
about.
eating. I can't resist.
Okay, let's start talking about from the beginning. So I'll share how I convinced my parents.
Mhm.
So I want to talk about how we got married and the visa and the
Yeah,
process.
considering the fact that a lot of you guys already know
Hmm.
our background story, that yes, we both are married to Korean husbands and we are currently living in Korea. So, okay, that is done. We just want to talk about the
Backstory, yeah, how it happened. So I'll go first with convincing my parents. Initially, well, I never wanted to open this to my family because I wanted to be sure, and then I wanted to tell my mom and dad. But due to some situation, I had to tell my mom.
Mhm.
And then when I told my mom freaked out,
Mhm.
and my mom felt like I'm having a mental stress and like I'm having some sort of depression
Mhm.
due to which I'm behaving in an erratic manner. And then it took some time for my mom to understand, but later on she came around. But my dad did not know for the longest time.
Mhm.
I think for more than 1 year, my dad had no idea that I'm dating a foreigner, a person who is not Indian. And then, but my mom always wanted me to tell him, like,
Yeah.
she would keep telling me, like, tell your dad.
Yes.
But I didn't have the guts to tell my dad because I felt like he'll be very disappointed in me. That's what I always feared, that my dad will be very disappointed in me. So I never had the guts to tell him. But then his family was visiting Dubai. So I told my mom. So my mom said, like, this is a good opportunity where we can make your family and his family meet, because Dubai, it's not really far. It's easy to go. It's not a long time. It's an easy trip to do. So then I started. Then my dad kind of, and this is so funny. My dad usually, what happens? The dad catches the girl texting some boy.
Yes.
But my dad saw my mom's phone in which he was texting to my mom, and then he saw the message. So he kind of had an idea that I am like talking to some boy, but
definitely when he found out that it is not an Indian boy, because he might have been, okay, she is dating some Indian, but it is not an Indian, it is a foreigner, and he must have needed some time, because same happened with my family. Okay, so for me actually, I was a part of some Korean groups and cultural clubs, so I had Korean friends, and a few of my friends had visited my house as well. So when I started dating, I used to just tease my mom, and I used to keep telling her that my boyfriend is a Korean. She used to just think that she is just not serious about it. But then one day I actually I invited my boyfriend to come to my house for lunch, and I told her very seriously that, see, he is my actually boyfriend. I was not kidding, even though I did tell you that I was kidding, but no, I was not kidding. And for her, initially it was like not easy to accept it, because even though somewhere in the back of her mind she thought that, okay, this might be true, because she's a mom, she might think that what if it is true. But when I actually declared it, she was a bit she wanted her own time to accept it. But even though it was a shorter notice, my mom did, meet my boyfriend, and we had a lunch together and everything. And in that lunch, my father started talking to my boyfriend. And actually, my husband, he is a very bad liar. Very, very bad liar. So even though I had told him that, okay, when my father is asking you questions, don't tell about it, he was not ready to, like he was not prepared in his mind that, okay, I need to make up a story if father is asking. And he ended up telling everything to my father. It was in the first meeting. Actually, in the first meeting, when he said it everything. And for my mother, she was like, okay, we need to slow it down. But my father, it was like, it hit on him. And he was like, I don't know what to say. He was staring at me. I was staring at him. We always staring at each other. It was just like, we were sitting on a table and we were staring at each other. So that's what happened initially. And even though my mom, my brother, they supported me a lot because they trusted me, and they knew that, okay, she must have done all her, whatever she thinks. She has done her research and everything, whatever. And I feel my father, it took a lot of time to convince him. Because we were discussing, as I told her, I actually had taken a visa to visit Korea to meet his parents and everything. But my father was not ready, and my visa got cancelled. So usually a traveling visa in Korea is for 3 months. 3 months had passed and my father did not agree, even after knowing everything about us. And then it took more 3 months, so it was like almost 6 months to convince my father to at least come and meet their parents.
Yes, true.
So that is one of the biggest thing, to let your parents meet their parents first. I feel that is the first milestone.
Yeah.
If the parents meet each other, then you can ease it up a bit and try to explain each other's families to,
Even I feel, because even my dad, after meeting his parents, he kind of calmed down a lot, because before that he was just like, you know what, even if you're taking me to Dubai right now, I'm just gonna go and come back. I won't even talk to them. He was just so stuck with, like, this is not possible.
Even my father, when we were coming, we are in Korea, we are in their house, and my father is like, no. Even though we are here, we are in their house and we are discussing things, he's like, no. As long as I am not satisfied, don't think that, just because I'm here, that means you're getting married. Yes, so that was what he also initially thought, yes.
Yeah. I had always felt that my mom would be the difficult one to persuade. Because my father has always been very kind to me. It's like dad has always been supportive to me. So I always used to think, when the situation will come, it will be my mom whom I have to, like, manao and everything. But she kind of got agreed very quickly, and it was my dad who was like the biggest hurdle, and he took a very long time to actually agree for this thing. But then that is how I persuaded him. After I would say that both of us, we don't come from a very very extremely traditional family. I think both of our parents are very forward minded, so that's also one thing to add in that. And
also, I am sure a lot of people have seen our weddings as well. Her wedding is in a North Indian style, and my wedding is a South Indian style. How was your experience of your wedding?
Honestly, I was so stressed out. I was just extremely stressed out, because it's not a conventional wedding. It's not like ki ladke wale ladki wale, and then your parents are the ones, because it's the wedding between, my parents cannot like very openly interact with my husband's and their side. So I was the one who had to like manage the communication and a lot of things. So it was very, very stressful. Very stressful.
Same was with my family as well, because in my case also, both the families, it was very difficult, because his family doesn't know English so well, my family definitely doesn't know Korean. So whatever talking was happening, it was all with me. And so, including starting from the wedding, also, the marriage registration, which is a very important thing which we are going to discuss. The marriage registration, the wedding, all the talks which the families are supposed to know about each other, everything was dependent on us. Like how well we are communicating to our families about our situations. if there is any miscommunication, then it might create a lot of misunderstandings. So when you're talking to your families about such issues, I think you need to be very careful and also try and understand your partner very well, because even though sometimes your partner and you are talking very nicely, but because of the parents, it might create some troubles.
Yeah,
So I think that is a very important thing which you need to consider.
that's true. Then coming to the
Marriage registration, okay?
registration.
So we both come from different cities. I am from Mumbai and she's from Bhilai.
Mhm.
Okay, so considering, because when you are registering a marriage, usually marriage is registered based on your jurisdiction. So my jurisdiction is in Mumbai. So, and also the courts and all the work, I think maybe because it is different states,
Mhm.
the court working systems is also kind of different.
Mhm.
In my case, for my marriage registration, I am myself a corporate lawyer, so I knew a lot of things already, that what all I need to basic, which things I need to prepare. So basic things are what your identity proof are. So identity proof, I think, which can be a passport or your Aadhaar card or whatever. Then I gave in a certificate saying that I'm not married before. So like this is my first marriage. So those were the basic certificates which I had given, and I had submitted it in the court, because we had gone for a court marriage. And when you're doing a court marriage, usually you have to register that you are going to get married 30 days after. So usually you need to give a 30 days notice saying that you're going to get married. So even when you're giving that notice, your spouse has to be with you. So you both have to go together, submit both of your individual documents. And in my husband's case, he also have to give the same documents, like his ID, his bachelor certificate that he is not married. Then he had to give his criminal record certificate, and that is how we gave all our documents, and we gave a notice that we are going to get married. And then after 30 days, when it was our marriage, that time we had to again get witnesses from each our end, and we had to go there together again, and then we'll have to take an oath in front of the judge, and then we have to sign a registration, marriage registration. So for us, the documentation was not very complicated. Okay, how about you?
Yeah, but for me, the process is very similar, but I was asked so many documents from the court. Like they just left and right a new affidavit of something. An affidavit of he's not related to me by blood, or by like he's not my cousin. For me, there were a lot of documentations that they asked for. They asked for an affidavit of even the fact that we both are together. We had to prove it in an affidavit that we are together.
Oh.
So I had to prove, like, give them an affidavit for that.
Stating that you both have been into a relationship, or you both know each other since...
No, because as you said, while you're applying for it, first you have to put the application first, and then you have for 30 days later, then you'll go. So even for that first bit, I had to prove them though in written that we are together. And then I gave that I'm not married. I have never been married before, and that that he's not related to me. And then all the IDs, the passports, and the ID proofs. That is what. But what happened with me was, maybe the place where I applied, the court where I come from, they're not used to having a lot of marriages under the special marriage. Okay,
that was very important. That our marriage has been done under the special marriage act.
Yeah, so they were not really well versed with how the act works. So there was a lot of back and forth. We'll go there and they'll be like, oh, this is possible, but then again, oh, this is not possible. So we just kept making a lot of documentations, a lot of stress that I went through, me and my dad. Oh my god, like I just feel like if it was not for my dad, I couldn't have done the court
documentation.
Because we don't have any lawyer or court background. We have no idea. What's the funny thing is, like we did hire a lawyer, but he himself was not
aware of special marriage.
And then on the day, he was not present there on the day. But we had already prepared so much that we didn't need him at the later point. We didn't need him.
That's good. You were well prepared.
Yeah. So then it took, and then after you apply for it, then after 30 days you go to the court, and then you get married, and then you sign those
Yes.
documents.
Did you get your certificate on the same day, or did you get it later on?
No, for me, what my father had requested that we need the certificate
Immediately, right? Yeah, because that was my case.
that we needed. So what they had done is like they had already made the certificate, and thus they were just waiting for us to sign and the photographs and stamp. So we had already made it, and also the certificate there are like, I think it's English and Hindi.
Yes.
So my dad requested them to make one specifically in English because this certificate is gonna go to the embassy.
Yes.
If it's not in English, how
are they going to do? Yeah.
So then he requested him to make the certificate in English. So then, it was so much hard work to just get my marriage certificate.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
But I feel that not everybody, I mean, usually the marriage certificate is not given immediately. They give it to you after a month, because I have noticed that even my friends, they got married, they registered, they got it after a month. So I think it is different with different jurisdiction.
Yeah.
And how about the visa process? Because okay, now we have done our marriage and we have to apply for our visas now. Okay, so for those who don't know, we are here on Should I tell? So for those who don't know, we are here on F6 visa.